It was very traumatic. Like, Wednesday night, she was doing like double back handsprings. And on Friday afternoon, we were in ICU in DKA. Like, it was so fast. She was unconscious when we got her to the hospital. I weighed her and I was like, she's lost about 8 pounds. I want to take her to the hospital. We live over here on the East Coast. And so it was kind of like hurricane type weather that day. And we have to go over an 18-mile bridge to get to the hospital, and that bridge closes during bad weather. My pediatrician called and she's like, if you can't get over that bridge, we have like a local hospital that's little here. She's like, I want you to turn around and go to Maryland, which past my little hospital, and go to the other one, which is like, it would have been like a 3 hour drive. Um, and she said, because I just don't think, I think she knew, the pediatrician knew what was going on at that point, but didn't tell me yet. But she knew that our little hospital couldn't handle like a DKA situation and they don't see like peds. So we ended up making it over the bridge. I just told them my daughter is throwing up and she's lost 8 pounds. And when they took us to the triage nurse, they put the pulse ox on her finger. And I was like, is her fingernail blue? Because she had started with and I'm like, now she's got respiratory symptoms. What is this? And the nurse was like, yeah, I just noticed that. And she got real quiet. And we went and sat back in the waiting room, and it was tons of sick kids in the hospital, like in the waiting room. And the doors opened up immediately and they called us back. And I mean, bypassed everybody in the waiting room. So I knew something was serious. And when we got in the hall, it was something like you would see in a movie where doctors and nurses are swarming. She was on my husband's shoulders and she was unconscious at this point, basically. And they were like, she's in DKA, she's in DKA. What is DKA? And the doctor looked at my husband and he said, I have to run some more tests, but I'm pretty sure your daughter is a type 1 diabetic. And he just was like, no way. Like, I don't think I even really realized type 1, type 2, or anything, how serious it could be, basically. So yeah, it took her a while to kind of come out of that. They were in an ICU. They put her on an insulin drip. I remember them saying, we have to bring her sugar down slowly because we don't want her brain to swell. And that really scared me. And it took them a long time to find her vein. She was so dehydrated. And I kept saying, like, they had ultrasound machines. I kept saying, I don't understand. She has been drinking a ton of water. And the nurse looked at me real sadly and she was like, honey, that's the problem when you're in diabetic ketoacidosis. Like, you can drink all the water in the world and she's not retaining that. It's nothing that you all have done. I'm kind of glad that she wasn't conscious for those first few hours because we were just a mess. We were crying. And I remember thinking, like, I hope she hasn't had brain damage for this. Like, she doesn't seem like she's actually even the same. But I think it was just so much for her to take in. Those first few days were really sad for her and for us too, but mainly because of her.